lungs. I love to make you smile, you know you the bomb. Remember nights we made it melt out of crumbs. Yeah, you want the best for me, I know that. I want the best for you, I'm trying to show that. I'm stacking this cake for you, I need to play for you. It's anything for you, you know that. It's a message to mom, so baby, I always try to get out the slums. I love to make you smile, you know you the bomb. Remember nights we made it melt out of crumbs. Yeah, you want the best for me, I know that. I want the best for you, I'm trying to show that. I'm stacking this cake for you, I need to play for you. It's anything for you, you know that.
Today's topic, what is depression? I have a little performative piece for you. Not sure if it can be labeled as a poem or a rap. Who cares? It's art, and it's just the way to express my definition of depression. What is depression? By Joy West. Depression is a crisis just like the recession. It drives us to our doom, selecting fear as the weapon. Got me feeling senseless, looking for direction. Got me praying to the heavens. God, please, I need protection. You push me closer to the edge. My psyche, I won't mention. Now, mama should have said that stress gonna give you hypertension. Joy, get out your fucking bed. Bitch, you just want attention. Now, all my friends are dead. I guess they caught that hypertension. While they were on the edge, you should have focused on prevention. Meditation was the answers. And two, that's my foundation. My painful fucking past. Like, wait for this creation. But you see, I got the last laugh. Broke free from desperations. If depression was the jab, we'll feel the stab for generations. Whoo! You gotta have some lungs in your body to do all that. Girl, I got asthma. It's not given. But today, our topic is what is depression. As usual, you're gonna see the definition on the screen. Depression. Let's see if you can.
Depression.
Oh, I thought she was going to read the title. Fuck it. Depression. Feelings of severe dependency or dejection. A long, severe recession. Oh, that's not what. So, depression is basically... Sorry, I read the wrong definition. Depression is a mental health disorder characterized by persistently depressed or low interest in activities causing significant impairment in daily life. Possible causes include a combination of biological for the dumb bitches in the back, psychological and social distress. Increasing research suggests that these factors may cause changes in the brain function, including altered activity of certain neural circuits in the brain. Period. So for y'all who like to say, oh, depression is something that's like not a big deal. I see a lot of people making videos minimizing depression. I just want you to know, like, that is something that a person is literally not in control of because it's the way their brain is wired. Okay, so cut the ignorance out. Period. The persistent, why can't I say that word? The persistent feeling of sadness or loss of interest that characterizes major depression can lead to a range of behavioral and psychological symptoms. Behavioral and physical symptoms, These may include changes in sleep, appetite, low energy level, concentration, and daily behavior, or self-esteem. Depression can also be associated with thoughts of self-suicide. The mainstay of treatment is usually medication, talk therapy, a combination of two. Increasingly, research suggests that these treatments may normalize the brain changes associated with depression. So just to go ahead and realize, I'm going to put that link in here as well as a self-test. I just want y'all to know that depression is something that a person can literally not control at all. Excuse my background. I was cleaning up, but you know, I want to stay consistent with my videos. But anyways, that's something a person cannot. As a person who was diagnosed with clinical depression, girl, it's such a drag. Think of something that you adore doing, like something that you love doing. Just imagine waking up one day and it's like it's like that thing is nothing to you. Like, I was going to say it's like a fly on the wall, but even for it to be a fly would put some type of meaning on it. Flies can be annoying, can evoke emotion, but the thing that you used to love, the thing that used to give you, I don't know, make your heart pace, something that used to enjoy doing truly, like something that you would seek solitude in, you know, that thing, now when you do it, it's nothing. It's nothing there. It's nothing. Nothing at all. That's what depression is for me. It also looks like, but I have multiple diagnoses, so some of these, I don't know. It also looks like being in a room full of people and just automatically seeking into the floor. Y'all seen like off that movie, like, don't seek into the floor? That's depression, girl. It also feels like no matter what is said to you, no matter who's around, no matter what is done, no matter how happy your friends, co-workers, associates, family members, loved ones, boyfriend, girlfriend, they friend, whatever, no matter how close they try to get to you or how much they try to help you, communicate with you, hopefully you do have people reaching out like that, it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter anymore. Like, it's just like, okay. It's just something that's there. It's just something that's there. It's something extremely difficult, and I would not wish it on my worst enemy. What's also difficult about depression is because it has such a stigma to it that people don't even realize when they are being ignorant about depression. Depression is often associated with laziness because people will see the symptoms of a person not being able to get out of the bed for days and days at a time, not being able to get up and use the restroom, not being able to do anything, probably overeating if you have some type of eating disorder. And people see that and they have in their mind what they had to do today for themselves, like working, like networking, like running a business, whatever it is. And they just automatically judge and say, oh, but you're lazy because you've been in bed for 62 hours. Maybe that's like lazy. Do you know what it's like when your body decides, your body and your brain kind of link up and they decide, hey, we're not going to listen to this bitch no more. I believe that the soul drives the body. And we have organs like brains and hearts and lungs. But do you know how offensive it is for your brain and your body to link up and say, we're not listening to what Joy wants to do? Oh, Joy wants to go to the store? Nope, we're going to lay here. Oh, Joy wants to go to work? Nope, we're going to lay here. Oh, Joy wants to go walk the dog? Nope, we're going to lay here. Joy wants to go eat? No, we're going to lay here. Matter of fact, we could eat. Yeah. But we're still going to lay here. We're going to eat in bed. Oh, Joy wants to feel the sun on her face? No, we are going to lay here. That is what depression is like. Ganging up on you. You have no choice. Like, it's not something that person can control. So if you know anyone who is diagnosed with depression and you say weird stuff, I would avoid it. Also saying things like, I think that you are just forgetting that everyone has their problems. Yes, everyone has their problems. And I'm wondering why they're not equally as depressed as me. You telling me about everyone else's problems literally does not make me feel better. I get empathetic. I feel incredible amount of empathy for those people, for the other stories that I'm hearing, and I try to figure out ways that I can help them, but then I get even more depressed because it's like, damn, I can't even help them because I can't even help myself. So now I'm hearing about this story that's like completely insane, like a girl like doing something. I was gonna say it, but like I don't need to hear that. Exactly what I'm doing right now, sitting here speaking to the camera, There are people currently right now watching this video who could never do this because of their depressive state. They may want to do this. They may dream about it, think about it. Hell, when they're on the toilet, they may poop with the thought in their mind. But they could never, because depression, oh my God, like, it's such a heavy, like, girl, imagine carrying a 1,000-ton brick on your back. I don't know. It's like being buried alive in cement, honestly. Depression is terrible. I just hope that you guys kind of understand where I'm coming from with this. I'm sorry. We definitely have a part 2 coming soon. For sure. When I look a little bit more presentable. But you know what? I'm sick. I took my hair out. I'm not really sick. It's just allergies. Took my hair out. And I'm looking, no makeup. Who wears makeup when they're sick? Like, to me, if you wear makeup when you're sick, like, that's like, you're brave. Anyways, I'm just not feeling well. I feel like I'm doing this video a disservice. Depression is something that I just don't. There's nothing I can't even put it into words. When you were a kid and you would lay down on the grass and look at the sky. When I was a kid, I would lay down on the grass and look at the sky. Whenever we would go outside and have recess, I would look at the sky and watch the globe move. And then I would always wish I was outside of the earth watching from above. Watching the earth do its orbit. And then I would think about the earth's core and the gravitational pull. Then I would think about the existence of earth. And I would be so fascinated by that. So interested in it. But when I was in the depth of my depression, I would look at the sky and wish that I just wasn't here anymore. Every day is a struggle, Every day is a struggle. Some days are easier. Some days are harder. I'm going to do a part 2 where I give a lot more details and a lot more information. Well, maybe I could just do that now. Symptoms of depression include So there are categories for depression that is going to be affected. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 categories. There are 6 categories. There are 6 categories of symptoms that people experience. The first category is mood. People may experience, with depression, you may experience anxiety, apathy, general discontent, guilt, hopelessness, loss of interest or pleasure in activities, mood swings, or sadness. For me, anxiety was a given. Apathy, given. Depression has 6 different categories for their symptoms. The first category is the first category is mood, meaning the way that depression affects the mood. We have anxiety. Anxiety is just like a sense of like jitteriness, worry, panic. That's me. Apathy, let me get this definition correct. Apathy, lack of interest or enthusiasm or concern. So I've dealt with apathy a lot because, like, honestly, I haven't been interested in literally anything. General discontent, meaning nothing satisfies you. Like, literally everything is just like a okay. Like, I really don't care about that. Like, not a fan. You know what I mean? Nothing makes you happy. Everything is more so like ill. Guilt. Feeling guilty, we all know what that means. Hopelessness, we know what that means. And hopelessness, I would say, is the worst part about depression, is not having hope for the future, not having hope for a solution, not having hope for getting out of the depression, seeing no way out. And that's why depression is so dangerous, because it's completely, seeing no way out. And that's why depression is so dangerous, because it's so debilitating. It suffocates a person, and it just kind of blinds them. Like, literally, it blinds them and make them think that there's nothing that can happen in their life. It makes people think that there's nothing that can happen in their life to turn things around and give them positivity that they need in order to truly enjoy life. Loss of interest or pleasure in activities. So if you're someone who really enjoyed soccer, tennis, baseball, all of a sudden, handyman work, painting, fashion, all of us, walking dogs, I just keep thinking more activities. All of a sudden you'll be truly like disgusted with it. Like, okay, well, I'm jazzing it. Maybe not disgusted, but all of a sudden you'll be like, yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm not interested in that. Imagine being on a team of, a bowling team that like goes to the bowling finals, and you're in the finale about to win like the best bowling, fucking award of the year, of the decade, and it's like this huge golden trophy that's like 10 feet tall, and your team is depending on you, but you're so depressed, you're just like, yeah, I don't care about that anymore. Like, and it's just like, it's really difficult. Like, imagine constantly anticipating something and being really let down about it. That kind of is what happens with depression. Like, you'll be super happy, you'll have something that really fulfills you and makes you happy and gives you some sense of joy, and now all of a sudden it's just a dread. It's just like what, like, there's nothing there. Like, imagine if you were a parent and you woke up one morning and you just all of a sudden hated your kid. That's a very, very bad analogy, and I acknowledge that. But that's essentially what it's like to lose interest in pleasurable activities. Mood swings. Mood swings kind of look like, well, for me, mood swings is difficult because, I don't know. It kind of looks like being happy. With depression, I don't really feel like there's a lot of happiness. It's like being content and then one day being like really miserable. Like being less miserable and then being very miserable. You understand what I'm saying? Or sadness. Sadness is like, we all know what that means. Just feeling down, depressed, sad, upset, constantly ruminating over something that like brings you to your lowest point. Now, the next category for the symptom is behavioral. We have agitation, constantly being irritable. We have agitation, constantly being irritable, easily irritated. That was me, girl. That's still me. I feel bad for Ace because he gets like, I just like, what? Like, excessive crying, girl. That is me. I would literally just look at something and get the crying. Irritability, restlessness, or social isolation. Social isolation is a very, very important one, because with the pandemic, we were all forced to basically socially isolate through quarantining. And that's something that was elongated and lasted about 2 years. So humans went 2 years without interacting with one another. And I believe that that's the reason why there's so much like anarchy going on now as far as like social communication with one another, whatever. That's just a whole nother topic for another day. But social isolation is the worst. I personally barricade myself in my apartment every single day. I go to and from work and that's it. I take the dog to the park and that's it. I'm not doing anything else. No. I don't meet new people. I have no interest in meeting new people. Meeting new people actually scare the fuck out of me. It terrifies me. I will be completely silent. I would be mousy, as they say. I would not say anything. I would just sit there like this. unless it's a group of people I'm kind of familiar with, you won't hear a peep, period. So yeah, I'm terrified of meeting new people. And that is exactly why it's like self-isolation, but on top of that, social isolation, but on top of that, when you are so sad and you're constantly ruminating, constantly thinking and replaying the same thing that happened to you over and over, there's no room to socialize. There's no room to go sit with Peter, Pepper, Paul. They all hate each other anyway, so why do you want to sit in their face? That's what it's like being depressed. Like you kind of like enable yourself. You make excuses and you logistically plan out like bad behaviors. Restlessness, a lot of people don't sleep. A lot of people oversleep. So it depends. For me, I would oversleep, but also experience restlessness. I would go to bed exhausted, wake up exhausted. Go to bed extremely exhausted, wake up incredibly exhausted. Every single day, and there was nothing I could do about it. And this is still going on with me, by the way. I'm speaking in past tense, but this is like current. Anyways. Sleep. Early awakening. I'm sorry. I did it again. The next symptom category is sleep. Sleep is super important. So if you do not monitor, this is something that was super difficult for me because I don't monitor my sleep patterns. I know that I oversleep some days, and I know some days I can't sleep at all. So early awakening. So if you ever wake up in the middle of the night, like 5 a.m. and you cannot go back to sleep, or 3 a.m. you cannot go back to sleep, that's what that's referring to. Excessive sleepiness. Always feeling tired no matter what, as I just said. Always at work you're sleepy, at home you're sleepy, eating you're sleepy, no matter what. Insomnia or restless sleep. So sleeping and then waking up and you're still sleeping. And it's like you didn't even go to sleep. It just feels there's like this thing that I get, fatigue. The way that I describe fatigue, it just feels like spider webs being sewed in my back, because it just feels like I don't know. Whole body. So this is the next category for the symptoms. Excessive hunger, fatigue, or loss of appetite. So this is all from the Mayo Clinic, by the way. This is the source. Excessive hunger, fatigue, or loss of appetite. So this is important because this is how people like image changes when they get depressed. They either lose a lot of weight or gain a lot of weight because they're overeating or not eating at all. Experience immense amount of fatigue as well. Cognitive, lack of concentration. This is the worst one for me. Lack of concentration. The inability to literally focus on anything. I will have a conversation with someone and my brain will just wander off, and it's not even like, because I have other symptoms too, so it's not even like it would just wander. I would red life, have flashbacks and stuff. I don't know. Also slowness. Sometimes I talk really slow. Some people have asked me if I was high or drunk, which is super embarrassing because I'll start moving slow, like literally like this, probably even slower, talking slow, driving really slow. It's like the body just gives the fuck up. I can't. And the difference is I wouldn't notice it unless someone pointed it out to me. The last one is weight, and we already discussed that. So yeah, that's all the symptoms. There is the Mayo Clinic has listed a test that we can take, a self-assessment test. Yeah, it's not letting me click this information, so I don't know how I'm going to put it into the video. Well, just Google what is depression. So that is all I have to say for today. If this video was not up to par, I do apologize. I'm incredibly tired. There's no excuse, but I'm like, today was a really bad day for me emotionally, so it's kind of coincidental that I chose the topic, what is depression, for today, because like, what is depression? I should just paste my fucking picture in the dictionary. Like, I am depression. It's literally just me, no one else. I am about to pop you. Get. Oh my God, what is wrong with my cat? Like, I don't know. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. As I always say, I'm not a doctor. I'm a patient. We're going to go through this thing together. I'm literally getting treatment as we speak. It's just not working. I hope that everyone's okay. And if you're not okay, just know you will be okay. Just know that these days are not going to be lasting forever. I guess that's what I want my channel to be about. Giving hope. Because for me, like I said earlier, the worst part about depression is feeling this sense of hopelessness and dread. Feeling like there's no end to it. So what's the point of anything else? Because there's just depression. Like, for me, like, it feels like a never-ending heartbreak. A heartbreak that's deeper than, like, romantic heartbreak. Something that's way worse. Something that just I can't even put my finger on it. And that's it. That's literally it. The heartbreak. That's all there is. That's it. That's the only emotion. When you wake up, that's it. When you go to sleep, that's it. You take a shit, that's it. Like, that's the only emotion it is. That pain. Ongoing pain. And then you find an outlet like food or self-medication, weed, drugs, alcohol, to self-medicate and hope that fills that void of never, that incessant pain that just doesn't go away. It just doesn't go away. It's always there. And sometimes you'll find a flicker of a moment where it's like, that was funny. Do you know what it's like to laugh while your heart is literally fucking shattering inside of your chest? That is the worst thing. That's what it's like for me. It's negative self-talk. Why am I even here? No one wants me here. I should just leave. It's gaslighting yourself. There's nothing wrong with me. It's all in my head. It's family members or friends not understanding what's going on. You're just lazy. That's the worst one. It's feeling so low that you don't even want to be around your animals. If you have animals, or your kids. If you have kids. It's canceling plans. It's ducking and dodging friends. It's severing ties that don't work for you, but in a way that's not completely healthy. It's a heartbreak. And I feel it right here in my chest all the time. And it doesn't go anywhere. It just sits there. It kind of pulses at times. Currently, this is present day, because I know I said past tense earlier, but no, I'm going to keep it real. This is me still. Just sitting there. It won't go anywhere. For me personally, depression looks like constantly looking back in my childhood or things that happened in my life that I can, like, for me, it's trying to pinpoint when did I lose myself to this depression shit? Like, when did I stop being joy and became the depressed Eeyore? When did that happen? Like, exactly when? And, like, depression is so smothering that you can lose your personality. I was much more, I've always been an introvert, but I was much more comical. You understand what I'm saying? I was much more inviting and open. But now I'm just, like, so afraid. It's like fear. It's like incessant fear and pain. Like, what is he doing? All right, well, I'm going to go take care of this cat because he's like breaking into the food. If anything in this video you could relate to, I just want to let you know you are not alone. You're not alone. This is something that happens to a large percentage of the world population. We all have emotions, therefore we are all subject to mental health. We can all be subject to mental health disparities. To mental health illnesses. Mental illnesses. I'm tired. We could all be subject to mental illnesses. So you are not alone, and I want you to know that. I'm going to edit this video. I'm going to feed my cat. I'm going to go night-night. Thank you for tuning in with me. Bye. I really hope that if this video you think would help somebody, if you feel like it was informative, if you want to participate and be on the show, DM me, email me, whatever. Reach out to me, and I will converse with you, and we'll plan something. You know, you want to come on the show, you want to speak about your story, about what you've been through, how you can relate to mental health. And we're going to get into a lot of deep topics, because mental health is deeper than just the two things that we commonly hear, anxiety and depression. There's a lot more, and we'll talk about all of that, and not one is more important than the other or more. No. If you are having a tough time, understand this. Time is not permanent. It's effervescent. It constantly flows and keeps on going. And guess what? The tricky thing about time is it's only measured how you determine it's measured. Yeah, we can sit here and say I've been doing this video for 15 minutes and it says 17 minutes and 42 seconds. But if I determine I don't want to go by that clock, and I want this 17 minutes and 42 seconds to be 3 hours, or I want it to be 2.2 seconds, that is what can be done, because that's the beauty about time, is what you make it. And that's where you should find your hope, because this elongated period of depression can be shortened up real quick. You understand what I'm saying? It's up to you. You have the power to get out of this. Just how you were put into this situation, and it's not your fault, you have the power to get out. And I need you to believe that you have the power to get out, contrary to popular belief. You do. You can get past this. You can get better. This is not a permanent diagnosis. This is not something that you have to lose your being to. It's not like that. There's a cure for cancer and AIDS. You can get past depression. That was a terrible analogy. I'm gonna go because that was dumb. You can get past depression. Think about it like this. People who have cancer can go to the doctor and go through and get into remission. You can go to your doctor. You can seek therapy. If you don't want medication, that's fine. If you don't want this type of treatment, that's fine. You can go the holistic route and get in remission. It's possible. I want you to know that you are worth the fight. Like, don't give up on yourself. I know it gets hard and it's not easy, and I know it's tough, but you are worth it. You're worth the toughness, baby. I'm sorry. Is it my fault that you're worth, I don't know, World War IV? Is it my fault that you are worth 5 men in a parking lot fighting over you? Fine men too, girl. Is it my fault? No, you're worth it. So just stick with it. I hope this helps somebody. Bye.